Hi, my name is Pat, and this is my channel, Book Chat with Pat, and I'm glad that you're here. Today I'm going to be doing my weekly wrap-up for the week ending December 28th. Normally, I try to post my weekly wrap-ups on Saturday, but this week I posted my plans for January and going into February also on Saturday, and so I'm a day off with my weekly wrap-up. This is going to be probably a very short video because I've been very preoccupied this week, as most people have, with the various holidays and festivities going on. So I only have a few things to talk about today. First is that I've been continuing to read Thursday Night Widows by Claudia Pineiro, which is a novel that I'm reading with a wonderful group of booktubers known as the Pineiro Project. And we're discussing all of Pineiro's works that have been translated into English in a Voxer group. We still have one more week to go in terms of reading and discussing this novel, so I will be talking about it in more detail when we've all finished and when we've wrapped up our discussion on Voxer. But just in short, this is the novel describing life in a very privileged, gated community near Buenos Aires in Argentina. The novel opens with 3 bodies being discovered at the bottom of a pool at one of the homes in this gated community. And then the narrative backtracks in order to give us a portrait of the various families living in this community, all of whom are eventually involved in this, this scene of involving the 3 dead bodies at the bottom of the pool. So we get this portrait of life of the very privileged in Argentina, and we begin to see that there's a really seamy underside to to the lives of these seemingly very, very privileged people. This book is disturbing. It is disturbing me on many levels. What we've been talking about most recently is the violence within these families, and in particular, Pineiro is exposing violence against women. More about this book next week. Now, my reading really seems to be from this week, of truly great extremes. The book that I finished right before Christmas was Patrick Taylor's An Irish Country Yuletide. Patrick Taylor is an Irish physician who has written an entire series of books depicting the life of a doctor in a small Irish country village. And I was drawn to this series actually before my trip to Ireland in September, and I started reading Taylor's novels. This is a standalone novel that was written for Christmas. It is set in this little village. It's a fictional village. It's set in the year 1965 in the Christmas season. It's a very sweet, very endearing story. It depicts the lives of just the ordinary people in this village. This particular novel features 2 estranged brothers who have something of a reconciliation in this novel, and also an estranged couple who also experience some form of reconciliation as well. It's just a lovely, really charming Christmas story. I am just starting my book groups read for this month, and that's Louise Erdrich's The Mighty Red. And I'm going to dig more deeply into this today. We are meeting in mid-January to talk about this novel, and as I always do, I will hold off reviewing this novel until after my group has had a chance to read the book and get together to talk about it. I have also started this week a memoir that is going to be released in 2025. And this is Brennan Morton's Valhalla Boys. This is a memoir that came to me through my friend MJ at Reading This Life. And she is personal friends with the author Brennan Morton. And she read the book, and her husband read the book, and she asked me if I would be willing to read this book and to give some feedback about it before publication, and I agreed to do so. Brennan Morton graduated from the University of New Hampshire, and then after 9/11, he enlisted with the Marines. This memoir is about his experiences as a sniper, a breacher, and a team leader in a reconnaissance battalion. He did 2 combat tours in Iraq, and much of this memoir came from writing that he was doing for therapeutic purposes with the VA after he came home. I'm about 4 chapters into this right now. It is a compelling memoir. I'm going to do a formal review of this book when I complete it. I also have decided, after my reading of Ronan Hession's Leonard and Hungry Paul, that I need to read more books for the purposes of comfort and consolation. That was a wonderful reading experience for me, and I'm on a quest now. In addition to all of the reading events that I'm going to be participating in January and February, which have some heavy-duty reading in them. But in addition to that, I am making a concerted effort to do some reading for that is just good for my heart. And in that quest, I discovered a novel that everybody else already knows about, that people were reading probably 2 or 3 years ago. But I discovered from my friend Alex at Alex Unabridged, I discovered on his channel that a great comfort read for him was Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree, and I just started reading this yesterday, and I just love this story. So I think this is going to be certainly for this coming week. This is going to be my comfort read. This is the story that most of you probably already know about. I'm always late to the party, but this is about a battle-weary orc who starts a coffee shop in spite of the fact that no one knows what coffee is. Alex, on his channel, described it as a big, warm hug of a book. And I think that's exactly what I need right now. So that's all for this week. As always, I thank you for watching. I hope that you're doing well. I'll speak with you again soon. Take care.